All right, this is the example of the motorcycle helmet intercom. What I got was this actually came as a set of two, and this is one of them that I've already installed onto the outside of my helmet here. I gotta tell you, I love this. My son and I each have a motorcycle. We went riding it, and we're just so impressed how clear we can hear each other, and it's so great because we don't have to pull over and communicate or use hand motions or sign language to communicate while we're riding, but it was so easy using these. So a couple of cool things about this is that this can come off. So it has a pretty good sticky backing that you can attach, and it had multiple things like this. It was just really professional setup that was included with this, so a lot of options. But I just chose to stick it on this side here like this, and you can take this off so you can charge this separately on a separate charger if you want, and just clicks back in there easily, and it stayed on, no problems with it coming off or coming loose or anything like that. And the controls are really easy to use, and you can feel the controls as far as back and forth and know what you're pressing. So even though you might have gloves on when you're riding, you can still get a good feel for all the different controls and the variety of them that's on here. There's so many, I still don't even know all the controls, so I'll let you figure out what those are, but it was, again, really easy to operate. A couple things, I was kind of, because it's the first time I've used something like this, so I had to figure out how to put it in, and so as far as where this would go, and so I ended up, just for future reference if anyone's doing the same thing like me, I just had the wire running through like this, and on the inside of the helmet, and this is a regular DOT, Department of Transportation approved helmet, there's a little pocket in here that I didn't see the first time I was putting these on, but there's a little pocket where the earpiece can go, and it sits inside there, so it's somewhat flush with the rest of the helmet surface. So it fits nice and perfectly in there. So make sure you find that if you're installing it. And then also I have the one here, and then I wired the other piece that goes all the way to the other side under the same kind of pocket that's hidden under there. For the microphone, I just wanted to have it coming out on the left side, so I just happened to put it here, but it's really easy to control for getting it out of your way or moving it, and it didn't feel like it was a problem as far as putting the face part down over my chin, and this being there, it was soft, so I didn't even notice it was there. The only thing I did notice is that when I put my helmet on one time, my ear was hurting, and I think it's because some of this cabling was sticking out. And so I just had tucked more of the cabling underneath the padding, and it wasn't a problem anymore. Anyway, so I just would recommend looking for those different spots to place the earpieces inside there and getting this little tucked away. And it was a great intercom. Again, my son and I love it because it just works so well. Once we turn each of these on, after the first time getting it connected, it connects right away to itself. So it's not like you have this long pause and trying to coordinate the connection. We had a few times where it was difficult, but I think part of it was because we weren't syncing ourselves as far as getting it connected on there. So just be aware, once you get it connected, you turn them both on, it's pretty good at finding itself as far as the match and being able to connect to itself. I haven't used the phone operation much on it at all because he and I were just communicating directly with each other. But again, everything else seemed to function just great. Listening to music was really clear and sounded great too, great tones and everything, and again, really clear in communicating with my son. What I noticed is that when we're on the highway and riding with these, and I don't know if this is similar to other intercoms, but the further we got away, the harder it was, and I think when it was really windy too, a lot of other distortion that was around us, I noticed a little bit of a gap in hearing each other. But I think, again, it's because of the environment. Then when we were driving in different conditions on some back roads where there's less obstruction and less wind, it was a lot easier to communicate, even though we might have had the same distance between each other. I think this particular model is supposed to go up to, I think it's 1,000 or 2,000 feet. And so there'd be times when we were a block or two away, like if one of us got caught at a light trying to catch up with each other. And I could notice that it was starting to get a little bit out of range. But anyway, it just picked itself back up. Wasn't a big deal at all. One of the things I love about this too, because I didn't know anything about intercoms before this, but I love how I don't have to connect it to my phone. It has the ability to connect to my phone through Bluetooth, but I didn't have to do that. As far as communicating with the other matching set like this, we can just communicate directly to each other without using the phone. So my phone was still free for other things. And then when I want to use the phone, like if I'm writing myself, just want to hear music or whatever, then it was easy to do that. So anyway, highly recommend. Thanks.
Uno dei due non si ricarica, questo si ricarica, luce rossa, questo non si ricarica, luce assente.